So leveling this thing actually went better than expected. So, and I think that that's due to the fact that this edge here, this base, is what I had leveled before, make sure that this was level. And then when I went to compact it, it's all compacted at about the same level of gravel. That means, of course, when I put the boards on, it's all generally level. I did have to do some, there's a little high point right there on that board. Had to kind of, you know, jiggle it around, dig it down a little bit to just to level it out. But this way and this way, it is looking pretty level at this point, which I'm happy about. All right, so the joists are in there. This is just sitting on top of those beams right now. I don't have it squared up yet, so to check for square, I need to measure the diagonals across this way and across that way. If they're the same, it's square. While I have access to it, I am putting in some old scraps of a screen project. Attaching the screen, I'm going to bury this edge with gravel in hopes to try to prevent wasps from going under there and nesting. I don't need to be giving them another home. Oh, you got it. You got it. Yeah. Good job. Good one. You finished it?
Yep.
You did. Way to go. Hey y'all, so it's current me here editing this video and interrupting myself because I want to acknowledge a blunder and facepalm here. I'm leaving this in here so that hopefully you don't make the same mistakes that I did. At this point in the construction, so I've finished a basement before, it's this basement, but never until this point had I done a horizontal floor and put those together. So I had a choice between either putting these panels, these 4x8 panels, parallel, the long edge parallel with the joists, or I could put them perpendicular to the joists. And I made the wrong choice here. My rationale in putting them this way was that I would have to make fewer cuts into the panels to be able to stagger them together, which was true, but it was still the wrong choice. So what this does is first of all, there's a problem with the strength axis of these OSB floor panels. They have a strength axis where they're stronger in one direction than the other. They're designed to be the other way, so they're stronger. The second issue is that as I was putting these things together, they're 4x8 sheets. However, they have this tongue and groove piece that's supposed to fit together so that they, can hold strong together. Just a note here, yes, I'm using a hammer to hammer this board over there to get it into there, the tongue in the groove. But first of all, you can't just hammer this like that or you'll mess up the tongue. And I'm not using, when I'm hammering it, I'm not hammering it like this, but I'm putting it right there. The problem is that, I don't know, maybe you need special tools to be able to make this work. I could not get them actually fit all the way together to be able to make the 4-foot panels, you know, the next one down being another 4 feet. No, like it added on each one because there's space in between that you couldn't actually fit them together. So what that means is that when I put the panels on there, it was hard or really impossible to actually get the seams to line up right on where my joists were to be able to support both boards on both sides. So what I had to do there to correct that problem is I had to just bolt on some more 2x4s along each joist where the seams were going to line up, so that I had plenty of space to make sure that they were going to actually fall onto something to support them from underneath. Not the easiest way to approach this project. It was definitely the wrong choice, but it's the choice that I made. Unnecessarily complicated way of doing the floor. Just turn your panels so that the long edge is perpendicular to the joist. Panel, right? Joists like this, okay, good. Looking back on these videos, it's kind of hard because I want to yell back to myself, like, just turn it 90 degrees. Think about it. But I can't do that. Can't change it now. It's not too late for you, however, so don't do the mistakes that I did. Okay, before I paint this floor, I know that some people are going to be asking me about why I did it this way. Specifically talking about, so you notice that these panels here, they are all lined, you know, they've all got the lines on them, except for, you know, that one right there. What happened there? There is a difference on how they make these boards, this side versus that side. You want this side up. The reason why I put this one this side down is because when I ordered it and it came here, I think that this was my top piece or bottom piece or whatever, and as they were strapping it down and moving it around, this edge looks nice and, you know, relatively clean, but on the other side of this edge, it's all sorts of smashed up and looking pretty ugly. And rather than taking it back to the store, I just figured I'm just gonna flip it over. It's a shed. It's gonna be fine. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to put them line side up. But that's what I did over there because of that reason. And I'm gonna paint over it to prevent a lot of damage from water and weather and traffic and whatever. Sounds like a news report. And that's what I'm doing. That's why. Is it right? Not officially. Is it gonna be okay? Yeah. Hi in there.
How's life?
Really great. How's your fort?
Good.
Hey, along with these videos that you're seeing, I have shed plans available for sale. They are linked in the video description, and they're based on the plans for the shed that you're seeing built in these videos. They're slightly modified and simplified to the if I were to do it again version. Try to make them very visual and make it very clear on what needs to happen, as well as putting in some good descriptions and tips along the way. My hope is that the plans will be useful to you in your shed project and help you avoid some of the pitfalls and headaches along the way, and also save you some time and hassle in planning for it. Use that if it's helpful to you, and thanks for the support for me and my family. Thanks for watching, and best wishes on your project.